Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another week of More Than a Statistic. We are reporting live on the scene this week. Brought back Miss Jessica Birch with Handcuffs to Hope. I'm going to go over her event that we got planned for International Overdose Awareness Day to try to give y'all a little insight into what's going to be going on down here. And just to kind of give an update on what Handcuffs to Hope's been up to since the last time we met. I looked it up and I said it was 9 months ago since we met. And how much things have changed for me in those 9 months. It's pretty crazy. Yes. And I know that God's been working on you just the same. And so I'm going to let you tell the tale and just tell everybody what the event is and where it's going to be, obviously here, but just to kind of describe so everybody knows what's going on, what to expect.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having us again. So we had originally, first opened Handcuffs to Hope, in November of 2025. And so we had met, shortly after. And we come on and was, talk about these great ideas that we had. And so, we didn't know that it was going to take off so fast. But we already had, a partnership with the Tennessee Department of Correction. And we were already doing our Housing Together We Rise, working with women, that were coming out of trafficking and incarceration. So, things kind of just really fell into place. It's really taken off as far as, what we've been able to do with TDOC. And pretty much the work that we're able to do in the community with individuals, that are in recovery and have justice involvement, and trauma. That's our biggest goal. And so we've been able to, really just reach more people and provide support. We got, 7 people right now that are, working on a pardon. And so it's actually really cool. One of them is a federal pardon. So one of them is through the president instead of the governor. And it's really cool, but we've been able to kind of explain what this process is like to everyone. Instead of just going around, promising all these things, we just tell people like this is real life for a lot of us. This is, real things that we have to deal with. And, we don't get your, past erased for you. But there are things that you can do to better what your future looks like, regardless of what you've been through. So it's really taken off. One of the things that I've had the honor of doing for the last 6 years, is hosting, Knoxville International Overdose Awareness Day. And so that's always been a really big part of my recovery before I was able to, host it. I came every year and volunteered. That's where I had met my friend Bubba that we opened, Handcuffs Hope in honor of, was, his legacy. And so that this year, since we're, moving it to actually hosting it through Handcuffs to Hope, we thought that that was the best way to go, was to honor his legacy, in doing so. So this year we are remembering him, through our shirts and through the event. And so we'll be down here, Monday, August 31st from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. We'll be down at Volunteer Landing, which is where we're standing right now. One of the biggest things that we see every year that the community loves is the big bridge that is behind us. It's going to be lit up purple. It's really pretty when the sun goes down, and so we'll be able to be down here on the water. We are going to have a shoe memorial. We'll have 307 pairs of shoes that are out, that honor the 307 lives that were lost to overdose in Knox County in 2025. So not only is this an event to, allow everyone that has been lost to an overdose have a place, to be remembered and to be honored, but we always do, a display of some sort of leadership. So that'll be really significant to see it's moving. We are also going to have, free haircuts. We have Selfless Scissors that comes every year. And they set up and they do free haircuts throughout the duration of the event. It's actually just really cool to kind of watch them. They've also grown with us over the years. And so I remember the first year that they called and they came out and they were very small and, it wasn't a whole lot of help and they really didn't kind of know what to expect, but they came out, they ended up getting, a lot of volunteers for the music school. And they ended up just cutting hair for so long, and it just causes great conversations that normally happen in a barbershop, that come out and, happen with people like us. We also have my friend Tashina. She is coming to set up. She officially has her license to be a tattoo artist. And so she is going to be set up doing tattoos throughout the event. And so that is just, again, it's another big conversation starter. A lot of us in recovery have a lot of full tattoos and, they have a lot of conversations everywhere that we go. So it's another way for us to also kind of bond together, and kind of, maybe have some of those uncomfortable conversations around people that we know and are comfortable with. So we'll have that going on. We'll have our event t-shirts for sale. We're going to this year be able to have audio recording if you want to, let your loved ones know about something that you wanted to say to them before they pass. We'll have the podcast set up. So we're going to have, people walk around and just being able to share their stories in a shared space. Russell Recovery Ranch will be here. So we're going to have therapeutic animals on scene. And how freaking cool is that? I just think that that's so cool. It's really incredible to watch this grow every year with the different organizations that are involved and what everyone starts doing. Light Your Way is going to be here, so we'll be doing candle making throughout the entirety of the event as well. Amanda and Tim are both in recovery, and they're both wonderful. And Amanda is a person that knows how to bring you out of the shell that you have, and so that'll be pretty cool as well. But we will, have activities for people to come and honor their loved ones, and we have the Rock and the Cross painting. So we have a lot of different sponsors this year. We have a lot of community partners that are coming out. We also do the free hepatitis C and HIV testing as well on site. Those are rapid, so you do test and get your results here before you go. That's always been something really significant in the community as well. So we're just really excited for another year of people coming together. We've gotten so many photos sent in that are going to be on the memorial wall. We are still accepting those photos. I would suggest if I'm leaving anything out or anybody has any questions, to go to our Handcuffs to Hope page on Facebook because a lot of those are answered there. Or if we have left anything out, individuals will be able to come see what they need to do if they want to take a photo or make a request or things like that. So,
yeah. Well, me for one, you were the one. I told somebody the other day that you were the one that opened the curtain to let me see behind it. You was my first person out here doing something physically in the recovery scene. Like you were my first person in Knoxville that opened it up and said, "Look, this is what all we got to deal with." And I've learned that it's not a perfect system. But one thing that I have seen is that each individual at this event is doing this off of a calling out of their heart.
yes.
There's no corporate entity mix up in this event. And
Yes.
that's what I think is most special to me is because all of these people are doing this from the willingness of their heart because they have such compassion and they want to make a difference. And that's, to me, that's why I instantly said, yes, I'll be a part of this is because this isn't set up with taxpayer money to just jump through the hoops and look good. This is not for promotion of That's the whole group. We're more than a statistic. We're doing this because we genuinely care.
Yes.
And we're trying our hardest to end overdose in Knoxville.
Yes.
And, that's why we choose this backdrop is because this place is special to us. This is where I didn't fully grow up, but in my adult life, I've lived in Knoxville and I love this city because it's made me who I am.
Yeah.
And also I was a part of that bad drug use that plagues this city. So we have inside viewpoints from it, and that's another thing that's special with this group is that most of us have recovered and have been successfully recovered for some years now to the point of where we're going back and we're trying to pull the rest out. Yeah. And I just want to say thank you for even considering me being this. It's super important to me. It's super special.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that I really have enjoyed this year is this year's committee is very different. In the years prior, there have been very political things to be mindful of. But now, that barrier is not there. But we were able to pull together a committee of people that truly have experienced this side of life, whether it is personal or familial, or even just professional. But the people that are on the committee they're so resilient and it's been a really wonderful experience. And so I have enjoyed this with you all and I have said it time and time again. And I really, truly mean it that I hope that the organizations that we have directly serving on the committee this year, I really hope that this group stays together because I just know that every year is just going to get better too.
Yeah, well, I'm in agreement. And, we're all praying about this stuff. And I mentioned that once we all fall on one accord, because God, that's the most special thing, guys. And that's what I witnessed is I met you and that was not by an accident,
No.
by any means.
No.
And the people that I've met from the point of just meeting you, that it has extended my network greatly.
Yeah.
And I'm forever grateful for that, just because you were so willing to let me in. And what I've learned is that's not always the case. So once again, thank you for letting me be a part of this event. And I really hope you guys come down, because I've never been a part of this. So this is my first one, that I know that this is going to be something special.
It is. I'm excited.
Do you have anything else that you think?
One of the biggest questions we keep getting is about the concrete trucks. I forgot about the concrete trucks. They are going to be here. It's two very large concrete trucks that are wrapped in Overdose where I'm staying. We collected over 1,500 names, and their names are on the trucks now. They are on the road, and they are real work trucks, so they're always pouring concrete, and they're actually stationed from, ABE Concrete out in Maryville. And so I'm like, we don't see these. I'm like, right, because we live in Knoxville. But they're on the road working, so they are going to take the day off, and they will be here with us for Overdose Awareness Day. So that is definitely, if you've not seen that in person, it is a sight to see. It is very moving, to watch something that is not so popular or common to be done. And I think that goes along with, what do you do? Talking about being more than a statistic. I think also with that too, a lot of that comes from the stigma that's in communities. And that's all the work that we do on a daily basis, is to take the stigma out of it. And so that's a very huge statement, to Al to do that. And so we're honored and blessed that he's allowed us to be in that process, and also come with us every year for everybody to come and see them. So I really hope that everybody joins us. We'll get some merch and honor a loved one. And even if you've not lost someone to overdose, and it's something that is on your heart to talk about recovery, this is a merge of all worlds together.
All right, guys, I'm not going to keep her much longer, because I'm sweating down my back like crazy. It's pretty hot out here. But I just wanted y'all to know, we appreciate y'all for being here, and we appreciate y'all for sharing our missions and liking the missions, and just getting our voices out a little farther than we can alone.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really hope that y'all can take the time on August 31st to come down and spend some time with us. And like I said, it's going to be something that I feel like is going to change my heart again, because it's ever constant. And right when I think, I see something else and I experience something else, and I'm like, there's a whole other side to this.
Yep.
And that's what we're here for. And we're praying that the people that, that they're wanting out, I pray that they show up to this event, because I think that they'll see a lot of hope. And, one thing I have learned that is the truth is that stuff takes you one of three places, and there's no ladder. So may God intervene in their lives, and they stumble here by accident, and may He move in this event. Once again, I want to thank you, Jessica, for being just a good friend to me. Thank you for taking the time, and I cannot wait. We're 2 Mondays away, guys, 31st, and we really hope to see you. Till then, I guess I'll have one more show for it, so I'll see you next week, and then hopefully we see you out here on August 31st. Thank you.